Hello there once again YouTubers, and welcome to another Doctor Who action figure review by me, the Obsessuvian95. This time I shall be taking a look at the 4th Doctor in his Season 18 costume, along with K-9. Now I know this may be a bit too soon, seeing as I've just reviewed K-9 Rusted, which is supposed to be K-9 Mark III from School Reunion. This is supposed to be based on K-9 Mark II. I'll just quickly go into K-9. However, this is just basically a repaint of the Mark III, which was not rusted from Series 2, and that is it really, when in actual fact it's supposed to be a darker colour as well. But luckily I didn't have this figure before I got these two figures in this set, so it's pretty good. So I don't have this twice, if that makes sense. But even if I did, I would just say, oh, this is the Mark II K-9, and the other one being the Mark III K-9 or the Mark IV K-9 or whatever. And that's it really. It's basically the same figure. So if you want to check out that review of the K-9 Rusted, I just go into more detail about it. Again, it has pull back and go motion, like so, and obviously it's not rusted, so no splodges of paint all over the place, and you can still remove the panel, which really you don't even see in the classic series properly. So basically, it's just a re-release, and I would have just rather have got the set without K-9, because when it first came out, I think it cost like £5 more as exclusive than usual. I think it's because of the inclusion of K-9. So, like I said, check out that review of K-9 Rusted if you haven't already. Just put him out of the way, and now let's have a look at the main figure, which is Tom Baker in his Season 18 costume. And as you can see, it is absolutely brilliant. If we just take a look at the head sculpt, it is a different head sculpt to the initial Tom Baker Season 12, 13. Basically all the other Tom Baker sculpts that have come before this, it is completely different to them, and I love it. This is probably my favourite Tom Baker figure out of them all, and I've said before, I'm a big fan of this costume. I know some people aren't, but I just love it, and it's just absolutely brilliant. I just can't comprehend, really. It's just amazing. When I first got this figure, I was just astonished, really, and it is definitely one of my favourite figures ever. So just to get that out there, I really love this costume. I like Season 18 of Doctor Who, and again, I know a lot of people don't. Like they said, that's when the show's starting going into decline, but I personally like Season 18, like with all the stories like Warrior's Gate and Legopolis, Keeper of Track, and stories like that. And you can just look at the face. His eyes are like really blue. Again, you can see that he's a lot older, because in Season 18 he was notably older than what he was before. He's got streaks of like grey in the hair as well. It's like he's lost his curls slightly, so that's very good, because obviously no disrespect to Tom Baker, but he was aging a lot at this time. He didn't look very good during Season 18, because I believe he had an illness all the way through, and that he got a bit mad with the producers and writers, and I think that he decided to leave eventually, and he got married to Lala Ward, who was the second incarnation of Romana. But apart from the head, the body is the exact same. We've seen this before on the Regeneration 5th Doctor action figure, and I reviewed that recently with my girlfriend, Determined Artist. It's basically the same body. We just have an analysis. So again, same body and everything like that. Same scarf. Scarf is removable, by the way. You don't need to pop the head off. Again, the head is not removable, much like the Peter Davison head. Also, the costume itself is made out of a PVC material, so don't try and like rip it off. And on this one, it's like really glued on, and I don't know, you probably will never be able to. Well, on this side you may, but if I just get the light onto the camera, you may just be able to see right now there's a sculpt of a question mark on the lapel of the shirt underneath, and the shirt's just all white with white buttons, and the question mark's actually meant to be like a reddish, orangey, goldish colour, but they decided not to paint it because I think it costs. But they made this again it's like a jacketless version of this figure, and that came in the Keeper of Traken set. So obviously the question marks are notable on that, and it's the same with this as well. It's even sculpted on here as well. So yeah, basically what you're getting really in this set are basically two repaints or slight retooled figures, like with K-9. Basically he's just a re-release, and the season 18 4th Doctor, which basically is the same body as the Regeneration 5th Doctor here, and just got a different head. However, that's not the only notable difference, as on the back you can see it's completely clear now, and you've not got all the mud on the back of Peter Davison's Regeneration outfit, unlike Tom Baker's. Obviously, when Peter Davison's figure came out, and I mentioned this in that review, that I think everyone knew that we were going to be getting this figure at some stage, and we were right, as it wasn't that long after Peter Davison came out. It was like a few months later this came out with K-9. My only criticism with this set really is the inclusion of K-9, really, because they could have just done releasing this figure on his own. I would get this because this is it's one of my favourite figures out of them all, because I don't know, it's just something about it. It just captures the essence of what Tom Baker was like in season 18. The articulation, if we just remove the scarf. Oh yeah, and the scarf is like basically the same PVC material as well. I think it's actually meant to be longer, but I think if they did that, it probably costs more money. The head can move side to side, not full 360 because of the shoulders. The arms can do a 360, and the elbows can articulate, and the biceps as well, and the wrists, and the waist can move slightly, and the knees can move as well. And of course he's wearing his brown boots as well, and it just says at the bottom BBC 1981. This actual costume actually made its debut in 1980, but I can see why they've said 1981, because that's when Tom Baker actually finished his role as the 4th Doctor. And yeah, that's all really I have to say about the 4th Doctor from season 18. And K-9 from, well, K-9 really. One thing to note on the picture, on the actual packaging, I remember it saying something like the Fourth Doctor and K-9 from Warriors Gate. That was incorrect, because what this actually is, well, K-9 anyway, that was a picture from Full Circle when he got decapitated by the Marshmen. And the Fourth Doctor is just basically a Season 18 outfit, like all the way through Season 18. Although he did wear shoes a couple of times in stories such as not Legopolis, Megalos. I don't know why I said Legopolis then. So yeah, I would definitely get this, as if you haven't got a K-9 figure, then I'd definitely get it. Luckily I didn't have the clean version of K-9, so I was fine, and I wanted this for ages. I didn't get it that long after it was released as an exclusive back in 2010, because I just saw it and I just thought I have to get that, as I'm a fan of Tom Baker's Doctor, and I just really like this costume. So once again, YouTubers, thank you very much for watching. I would really recommend this set if you haven't already got it. Stay tuned for more action figure reviews by me, the Obsessed TV in 95, and I shall see you next time.